make sure that everyone knows that I am here with Margarita Peloso from Azamara Cruises, and we're going to talk about this amazing sailing that's taking place in October. But Margarita, if you would, let's hear a little bit about Azamara.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate it. Great opportunity to talk about our beautiful brand. And I was fortunate enough to sail with Lisa this past summer. So we, I think, both understand the value of small ship cruising. So Azamara was sold. We are on our way to becoming a fully independent company. And when we did this transition, we changed our brand positioning statement to Azamara lets explorers immerse themselves into cultures and locales at a more relaxed pace, discovering destinations by day and night, resulting in a richer, more fulfilling small cruise experience. And we do that with 4 beautiful ships. Now, if you are a cruising aficionado, you probably will remember Renaissance, and they had 8 R-class ships. We've got 4 of them. We've got the Journey, the Pursuit, the Quest, and the newly addition to our family, the Azamara Onward. These ships are identical. They carry just over 700 guests, with the exception of the Onward, which has a few more suites, and have 400 crew members, which means that the dedication and the attention to service on board the ships is just fantastic. So they will remember your name. They will remember your seating preferences at the dining room. When you go to Mosaics, they'll remember your coffee brands. Your stateroom is miraculously cleaned every time you step out of it. And that is what you can do when you've got these great crew to staff, crew to guests ratios. So smaller ships, bigger adventures. We go all over the world. So starting in 2023, we've got a ship in South America, one in South and West Africa, one Australia, New Zealand, heading over to Asia for Japan, India, and then all 4 ships will be back in the Mediterranean / Northern and Western Europe this summer. So that is fantastic. Want to talk about why Azamara? Of course, I think there is a lot of value in smaller ships. We're able to get to destinations that the larger ships simply cannot get to. And we do that not only by going up small rivers or going through causeways like we did, Lisa, when we went through the Kiel Canal, and you really did feel like you were on a river ship versus an ocean liner. But we're able to dock in places that some of the bigger ships can't dock at, like Monte Carlo. And I don't have examples on slides right now, but for instance, when we go into Bordeaux, we actually go right into the heart of Bordeaux. We don't dock in La Rochelle as many of the other cruise lines do. We focus on country-intensive voyages. So this itinerary that Lisa is hosting is a terrific example of these country-intensive voyages and how we are able to stay longer in port. Anything considered a late night stay if we stay after 8 p.m., and we've got over 850 late night stays this year, 380 overnight stays. We've got specialty voyages, whether or not it's wine and culture. I'll talk briefly about Perry Golf, Monte Carlo again for the Formula One races in May. So if that is your jam, definitely think about us for those specialty voyages. Another thing that sets Azamara apart is these As Amazing events. They are returning in 2023. We've got 3 different types. We've got the As Amazing Evenings, As Amazing Days, and for those areas, particularly when we talk about Asia, where we cannot move 700 guests at a time, then we have these destination celebrations. And it really is bringing the culture to life. What we do is we take everybody from the ship to a particular place, whether or not it's a theater or some ruins, and you listen to violins playing or watch Spanish dancers in Barcelona. We really do bring that culture alive. I love to tell the story about when my brother was recently on the Pursuit down in South America. And he phoned from the ship at the end of the performance to say, I have never seen anything so well executed as this As Amazing evening. There were 16 coaches. Each coach had a destination guide on board who told everybody on the coach about the destination itself, what foods were popular, what holidays were popular, and what it was about this event that they were about to go and see. So it was very, very well run. As they got back to the ship, they had the band playing them in. Everybody was given a glass of champagne and welcome back on board. So a terrific thing that sort of does set us apart from the competition. And vouch for me, but the White Night Party, quite the party on board. This is a great picture. I love it. It's Monte Carlo. Not only does it show how close we get to the city center, you can see Monte Carlo in the background with the casinos, but also the fact that we are there quite late at night. So our White Night parties are either on an overnight or one of those late night departures because we don't want the water in the pool going back and forth. And so everybody dresses up in bright white colors. They get rid of all of the deck chairs. They put out tables with linen tablecloths, huge barbecue. You will find that the captain is involved, the hotel staff, the crew are all helping out with the serving of the food, socializing, and it really is a fun, fun party. So one of the things I can't share on Zoom is this video that we have, but I love it because it really does talk about what sets us apart. And it's all about giving you the ability to unwind, stay the night, and just slow down. So it's the difference of seeing that culture from daytime to nighttime and then back again to daytime. So that is a beautiful thing that you can see when you go into these destinations, whether or not it's the French Riviera or the nightlife in Stockholm. So we really, and we'll touch on that about this unique destination as well. As I say, we're smaller, we go into less traveled ports, we get closer to the city centers. So if we, cross the oceans, that's great, but otherwise, we are able to go through scenic waterways and get, as I say, closer to port. If you get a chance, definitely have a look at our Perry Golf. Perry Golf, if you're a golfer, is a terrific program that we have. We've been working with Perry Golf since 2011. They work on getting the tee times for you. We get the transportation to and from the ship to the golf course.
Somewhere else.
We organize the tee times, box lunches. After golfing, open bar, and then on board we have a welcome cocktail party and a farewell cocktail party. The nice thing again about the golfing with Perry Golf and Azamara is that you can golf a different golf course every day, whether or not it's in Ireland 5 days of golfing on a 10-day voyage, or Scotland is a 12-day voyage with 5 days of golf. Every golf course is different. And a lot of their golf courses are marquee golf courses featured in Golfers Digest magazine. So, and you don't have to store the golf clubs in your stateroom. They take them to the first tee, you leave them at the 18th hole, and they get transported back and forth to the ship for you. So these destinations really do come alive when you are able to pair them with the land package. And for those of you who are looking for something really unique, we've got our world voyages. In 2024, we depart from Miami, go circumnavigate the globe, hitting those 7 wonders of the world, ending up in Barcelona. And in 25, we'll be departing from San Diego, circumnavigating the globe again. Both cruises are 155 days. And in 2025, we go from San Diego to Southampton. So let's have a quick look at the ships. So as I say, all 4 of our ships are those former Renaissance R-class ships. They've been completely redone. 3 of them, the Journey, the Pursuit, and the Quest, were redone in 2021. And the Onward was redone, completely refurbished in Cadiz, Spain in 2022. So they are a country club casual atmosphere on board. It's never feeling stuffy. And you really, if you want to go out during the day and come back and dine in the dining room in that same attire, that is perfectly fine, with the exception of when you get into the evenings. we just require no shorts for gentlemen in the main dining rooms. So our heart and soul of our voyages are our crew. You will see Captain Johannes here on the front, and people will follow our crew. They will ask us, where will Captain Johannes be in May? Which ship will he be on? They also know the front end crew. They love their waiters and their bartenders, and they will follow them on social media, as I say, and there's a real relationship with our crew and our guests. So you'll often hear the first time you come on board, it might be welcome on board, but then after that, it really is welcome home. So let's have a quick look at this boutique hotel at sea. Right behind you, as you're looking up the stairs, is the guest relations office, and that is where you will go to inquire about any special needs you may have, whether or not you want to organize taxis. There is the concierge desk just to the left. So we do have all of these abilities to help you out while you are on board. If you're looking at adding Wi-Fi packages or anything like that, guest relations will certainly help you. As you climb the stairs to your left, you will find Mosaic's Coffee Bar. It is open throughout the day. Fantastic place to go before you leave the ship. Grab a latte to go, maybe grab a biscotti, and then late in the evening, you can have a specialty coffee and perhaps a chocolate or some sort of dessert bar. But they do have some fantastic sandwiches at the lunch hour. Great place to go. As far as the space itself, we have quite a few different stateroom categories as well as suite categories. So this is a picture of our continental suite. You will see that there is quite a bit of space. I love the verandas and the open feel of this stateroom, or sorry, the suite. And every time you are in a suite, whether or not it's continental suite, club owner suite, club ocean suite, or the spa suites, you will have butler service available. You have access to the spa thalassotherapy pool that is located at the front of the ship. You will also have complimentary dining in our specialty dining room. There are Wi-Fi minutes included. We also have complimentary laundry facilities. If you wanted to send your laundry out every 7 days, that is available to you as well. And you will see just under the television here, there is a bar set up. So you have a variety of liqueurs that you can request to have as your bar setup as well. But we have higher static categories, whether or not it's the World Owner Suite, which has this beautiful wraparound veranda. Through those sliding doors, there is a bedroom facility. There's 2 washrooms as well when you get into these larger suites. And then the most popular stateroom category that we have is the verandas. 50% of our staterooms are veranda class staterooms. And I love having the veranda so that you can go out as you're arriving at a destination, or when you're maybe perhaps on an overnight stay, and just sit out there and listen to the sounds of the destination that you are in, see the water, see the port. And then in the morning, as we drive in, you can maybe perhaps order room service to your stateroom and dine outdoors. And I love just having a coffee in the morning out on the balcony. It's fantastic. But there are ocean view rooms with a beautiful picture window, and 10% of our inventory does have inside staterooms too. So we've got something for everybody. As far as public rooms, we've got a great cabaret lounge for evening entertainment. We've got a den which has piano playing throughout the evenings as well. And it's a great place to go and learn more about the destination that you are going to visit. And then the living room is pretty much our hub in the evenings, whether or not you start in the living room for an afternoon tea, later in the evening, perhaps do a wine tasting with tapas, and then after dinner, regroup back in the living room for either karaoke, or a band is playing, or there is dancing at 10 o'clock. The band comes in, or the DJ comes in and takes over, and dancing goes until the wee hours of the morning. But there are lots of places that you can go to feel anchored. On the left, you will find the drawing room, which is available on the Quest, the Journey, and the Pursuit. And then it gives you an idea of what the renovation for the new Onward Atlas bar looks like. It is the same space, but we found that the drawing room was used primarily during the days, but almost empty throughout the evenings, whereas the Atlas bar is quite a happening place to be. So it has specialty drinks, whether or not you want smoked scotch or specialty martinis, but it is a great place to go for something different in the evenings. As I say, we've got the cabaret lounge, we've got a great fitness facility, and a spa as well. So for those days at sea where you might want to treat yourself to a facial or a manicure, or perhaps a massage, the spa facilities are fantastic on board. We also have complimentary fitness and nutrition classes. And then, of course, those iconic evenings events, whether or not it is a signature show in the cabaret lounge or perhaps one of our white night events, there's always something to do. So you can enjoy as much of the activities as you want, or escape to those little iconic places, little hubs around the ship that are a little bit more quiet. Dining is sort of synonymous whenever we talk about cruising. I want to just first touch about our specialty dining rooms. We've got Prime Sea, which is a steakhouse, and Aquilina's, which is Italian seafood. Both of these considered signature dining. There is a surcharge of $35 per person, unless you are in suite accommodation. And I would recommend that you book those as soon as you get on board. They're small rooms, they're intimate. The service is fantastic. So you get a 4-course meal with the wines pairing to it. If you're looking for something really different on a very special occasion, right in front of these orange flowers here, there is a table that seats 12, and that is our chef's table. It has specialty themes, whether or not it's a French theme, an Arab theme, or Italian theme. And those are not every night. So again, have a look when you get on board and see if that is something that would interest you. And I would highly recommend you book that as soon as you arrive on board the ship. Otherwise, we do have casual dining, both the patio and veranda. Great for breakfast and lunch with the buffet. And then in the evenings, we have tableside service available as well. The main dining room is Discoveries. It is available for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there is a bar before each of the specialty dining rooms as well as Discovery. So if you're meeting people or you're traveling solo and want to meet up with people, it's a great opportunity to meet up with people. So let's just talk about what is included on Azamara. Of course, all the cultural events, whether or not it's one of our complimentary As Amazing evenings or our white night events. Sometimes we have barbecues on board the ship or events happening throughout the ship that will enhance your voyage. So when we were going through the Kiel Canal, Lisa and I were lucky enough to have this fantastic barbecue where they had different kinds of schnitzel and bratwurst and sauerkraut and Black Forest cake. So it really brought that German theme alive on board the ship. Even the big steins of beer, I remember seeing those as well. All of your gratuities are included, so you never have to worry about tipping the waiters or your cabin stewards. Food and beverages. So of course, all of the food is included, whether or not it's the small treats at Mosaics or whether or not it's the buffet or the Discovery's main dining room. As well, we have a selection of spirits, imported beers, and there is a variety of red wines, white wines. There is also sparkling wine and rosé. And then sodas, bottled water, coffees, and teas, all included. And I've often get asked, is that just for lunch and dinner, as some of the river cruises do? And it is all of the venues on all of at all hours of the day. So no, not to worry about that. We also have on deck 7 a self-serve laundry facility, which gives you all of the soaps that you need. There's an ironing board there, and it is great for those longer voyages where you might want to just carry a carry-on luggage, so that is available as well. And then there's a concierge service, so if you need special guidance or reservations, they can certainly help you with that as well. We are hoping that most of the ports in 23 will have the shuttle service available as well. So if we can't get as close to the port as we would like to, we often will offer a shuttle service. We're not officially saying it's back yet because there are some destinations that will not allow us to do it. But in the majority of the destinations, certainly the ones I have been to, we have had the surprise and the delight of having a shuttle service. So it really comes down to this simple question: would you like to stay longer in port? And if the answer to that question is yes, then certainly give Azamara some serious consideration. We've got a great offer right now. Our wave offer goes until the end of March, and that is save 40% on select staterooms from June of 2023 right through until April of 2024. But in addition to that, for sailings from June until November of 2023, we have an offer of save 40% on select staterooms, plus receive an onboard spending credit of $800. Now, this flash sale, which is save 40% plus the $800 onboard spending credit, is only available for bookings made and deposited by February 21st. So just a little shy of a week from now. So February 21st, 2023, you get a great onboard spending credit that you can use towards your shore excursions. You can use it towards spa facilities, onboard shopping, lots of ways to spend that $800. So what we really want to talk about tonight is this 10-night Israel intensive voyage. It is on the Azamara journey. It departs in October, so October 17th, 2023, from Athens, returning back to Athens. It does include 10 nights. There are 5 ports, 3 overnight stays, and there is also a late night stay in Haifa as well. So let's look at this. So it starts in Athens. The pier is actually called Piraeus. But when you're in Athens, there is a fantastic archaeological history. There are many landmarks like the Temple of Olympian Zeus, the ancient Agora, and of course, where Lisa is right now, the Acropolis. So afterwards, you can certainly head to the Central Market, the Plaka. You can taste their fruits, their vegetables. They have fantastic variety of nuts and olives. I love the halloumi cheese that you can get there, or the feta cheese. If you're looking for linens or lace, there's lots to choose from. You'll find that almost every meal that you have, they will offer you ouzo prior to your meal. It is a great way to experience that difference in culture between day and night. On this voyage, day 2 is a sea day. So it gives you a chance to regroup, recharge, maybe go to the spa, lounge by the pool deck, read a book in the den, and in the evening, of course, dance the night away in the living room. And then the following morning, we arrive in Cyprus. Cyprus is steeped in 8,000 years of history, including underground tombs from the 4th century. Make sure you go and visit the castles, the Temple of Aphrodite, which is the Greek goddess of love. And then we go to Israel. The first 2 days in Israel are in Haifa. It's a modern city, a seaport on the slopes of Mount Carmel. There's so much biblical history and archaeological sites available here, like Galilee, Nazareth, the River Jordan. So you can certainly immerse yourselves in arts and studios because it has become a very up and coming art place as well. I'm sure Lisa can add to that. I've recently found out that she has been able to visit here. And then we spend 3 days in Ashdod, which is the ancient city. Regardless of your faith, this area of the world will move you. There's the Western Wall, the dome, of the rock, and the last remnants of the Temple of the Jews. Jerusalem is just a tapestry of religion, and it is filled with an abundance of history. Again, one more day at sea to regroup, maybe attend a lecture, go and play some board games, have a specialty cocktail in the den, to perhaps attend a complimentary nutrition class. So great opportunity to dine outside and enjoy the views of the ocean. And then day 10 is spent in Heraklion, one of the largest cities on the island of Crete. It has been a gathering place of travelers for over 1,000 years, from the Arabs, the Venetians, the Ottoman Empire. And for us at Azamara, it's a new port, but we really do value the wealth of timeless experience that this port does have to offer. So your journey ends back in Athens. So if there's anything you did not get a chance to experience before this trip, you can certainly experience it on your way back. So again, the itinerary is from Piraeus or Athens, a full day at sea, going into Cyprus, then Haifa, Ashdod, Jerusalem, another day at sea, Heraklion, Greece, and then returning to Athens. So one of the reasons that we are featuring this itinerary tonight is because it is a virtuoso sailing. And so we like to say that you can travel with an expert and gain perspective from those insiders who travel with us. So when you are traveling with Lisa, you will have the benefits of her knowledge. There is an invitation to a private cocktail party, and then there will be an exclusive excursion as well. I unfortunately don't have the details of that excursion, but Lisa does. And so we will let her talk about that. And just to finish on a note that we do have those cultural evenings. Your gratuities are always included. We have laundry facilities on board. If you are in suite accommodations, your laundry will get done for you. We've got the concierge service, all foods and beverages, and so much more. And especially when you are traveling with these Virtuoso hosted programs and you have that insider's perspective, there is nothing quite like it. So it's great. I'm going to sign off by saying thank you very much. We're just talking about Azamara's new tag phrase, which has changed the way you see. And I'm going to leave up Lisa's contact information here. And Lisa, if you want to just add what that excursion is on this voyage.
Okay, the exclusive excursion for those that are booking this cruise through their Virtuoso travel agent is a 6-hour excursion for the Virtuoso guests in Heraklion, and we will visit a vineyard and there will be wine tasting.
Very nice.
Yes. And again, it is exclusive to those that have booked through a Virtuoso agent such as myself.
Perfect. So yeah, so we will very much welcome having you on board our fantastic ship. And again, thank you, Lisa, for this opportunity. Lisa's contact information, we'll leave that up, and have a great evening.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Margarita. And Susan joined us, but she's been silent, possibly because I put her on mute. And Susan will be our co-host. So there you go. So Susan is still muted. I muted her. Dang. Okay, so with that,